Toronto is a pretty expensive city to live in, and for those that want to be close to all the entertainment, the bars, restaurants, oh, and of course the office, there is a premium to that convenience. Okay, so I bought this studio apartment back in like 2015, 2016-ish, pre-construction, because that was all I could afford back then. But I think it was probably one of my best decisions because it gave me just enough space for everything that I needed without a huge overhead expense, which gave me a lot more freedom in life. Alright, so as some of you guys know, I am selling this place, so I thought I would take this opportunity to recap all the different layouts and furnishings that I have done in this space. And I think it will be helpful to anyone that is currently living in a studio apartment or is thinking of moving into a studio apartment to kind of visualize the different ways that they can furnish the space and also hear about maybe my reasoning behind why I change things up. Alright, so during this phase, I really didn't have a lot of cash on hand since I just spent my entire life savings on the down payment. So I tried to use as much of my existing furniture as possible. This is the first set of furnishing that I had, which predates my YouTube days. My entire home was furnished with IKEA furniture, like the Hemness Daybed, the KALLAX desk and computer chair, the dining table, which I'm forgetting the name of, but everything will be linked in the description if you're interested. And in the entryway, this was my first attempt to decorate anything, but it definitely doesn't look very good, especially the filing cabinet by the door. It was just so out of place. So during this phase, I really didn't have a lot of cash on hand since I just spent my life savings on the down payment. So I tried to use as much of my existing furniture as possible. But I felt like I had a lot of desk and counter space for the size of my apartment. It was nice to separate the dining from the desk, but I just felt like it wasn't that necessary because a lot of times I would still eat at my desk. And then fast forward 2 years, I saved a little bit of money and I was really getting restless to decorate again. I got rid of my KALLAX desk and chair, as well as my dining set because I wanted to replace the two with one counter-height dining table. And that would be big enough for me to spread out all my work while serving as extra counter space if I needed. And also big enough for 2 people to eat at. So this was mainly a space for me to work at, surf the internet, and also eat my solo meals. I also did a little transformation for my KALLAX shelf, made it into a credenza looking thing, and that just made the room look so much more bright and airy. Oh, and also I made over my entryway and sold the filing cabinet for $30, which I think is more than I paid for. I'm so proud of the result, and I think this is probably one of my best stylings to this day. I also made over my closet. It used to have a very simple hanging rail, which worked just fine, but I thought the lack of organization features made the closet look kind of messy, so I did a little bit of closet design using the IKEA tool. You can watch the closet makeover video if you're interested. That's where I talk about all the dimensions and everything. The end result looks so much cleaner, and I have a lot of space to hide away all my camera and computer gears. So if you have the budget and time, I think upgrading your closet will definitely make you feel like you're winning. So in the beginning of this year, I felt like making some changes again. Having slept in the daybed for so long really made me crave for more sleeping space, especially after traveling and having slept in really comfortable hotel beds. So I moved the Hemness daybed back to my parents' place and ordered this very affordable bed frame and mattress from Amazon. I learned that you really don't need an expensive bed frame to have a nice looking bedroom because the aesthetics all comes down to how you style the bed. If you've been to stage homes, then you know what I mean. A lot of those beds are not even real beds. I certainly think that this design with a half-painted mint wall injects a lot more personal style and definitely makes the space look more put together. And to my surprise, the space doesn't even feel crowded at all. There's still a lot of room to move around and to do some light exercises. Sometimes I even move the table beside the bed just to get more daylight when I work. Alright, so that's the 3 ways that I have furnished my apartment in the past 4 years. Honestly, I feel like I had this idea of doing this video probably since I first thought about buying a studio apartment. And now that wish has finally been fulfilled, and I am ready to close this chapter of my life. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful or interesting, please give it a like. And tell me in the comment section which layout you like the most, and if you were to live in a space like this, How would you furnish it?